Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing great. And if you look at this particular chart, torchlight energy resources, it is doing great. It has been moving in an upward move, but only recently it started to do a reversal and then a retrace. Now, what do you think about this particular stock? Is the right time for us to enter and buy? Do you think it still have the momentum to go up? So we basically going to analyze this particular stock, and then we're going to give you a bit of target price and prediction, and how reliable is this particular trend for us to trust. So these are the things we're going to look at in this video. So if you are interested to know these details, please stay tuned and watch. This is Shah&Co. Please like and share before we continue our discussion. Smack that subscribe button. Okay, now let us begin the analysis. So our analysis, or rather my analysis today, is going to be of three parts. In the first part, I'm going to do a trend analysis. We want to find out what trend it is right now. And secondly, we're going to see the reliability of the trend. Is the trend can stand, or it's gonna be a fake trend? What is that? So we're going to see the reliability of the trend as well. And then lastly, we're going to give you target price and if it is actually an opportunity for us to buy right now. Okay, so these are the three parts we're going to look at. So stay tuned until the end. So now let's begin the first part of analysis. So that is basically the trend analysis. It looks like it is on an uptrend. So we can see that it is the low here, the high is here, and then the low is here, the high is there. So right now it's making a new low. We don't know whether this new low is going to be somewhere here at the current point, or it's going to go very low past the previous low. So those are the things that we are not sure yet, and we're going to give a bit of prediction on that in the end and at the end of this particular video. But as of now, it looks like it is an uptrend. So let us look at the strength that we have in this particular uptrend. So how do we measure this trend? We will take this particular ruler and we will see, okay, from the low here. So maybe we'll consider this as the low all the way to the up here. It took about $4.61. So, and then in the next up move, so let's look at the next up move from the low here to the up here. It is more than $9.52. Okay, comparing this, if we compare these two particular up moves, the first one was $4 something, the second up move was around $9 something, we can know that the up move is actually getting stronger. So basically we will conclude that this is having a strong strength in this particular up move. Okay, so that is the first part. So we have identified that this particular stock is having high strength in its up move, so it tells us that the next move is going to have strength to move up. Okay, so if you are actually kind of worried that okay, now the price is moving down, yeah, it is moving down, so that might be a good opportunity for us to buy, because according to the strength analysis, this particular move that we have seen so far is actually having strength for us to continue to move upward. So that is a positive news for us. In the next part, in the second part, we're going to look at the reliability of our earlier analysis, where we said that okay, this particular stock, Torchlight Energy Resources, is having a strong, rather having a strength to move upward, right? So now we want to see how reliable is that. Is that a fake kind of strength, or is it a reliable kind of strength? Okay, to know that, what we need to do is we need to do a bit of pattern analysis. We need to look at the candlestick that we have here. So if you look at the first move, right, the first upward move, we can notice there is one particular candle which is having very large body. That is actually a significant observation. And in the second move upward, right, is a very high move, right? We saw that it's moving roughly around $9 something, 9.52 I think. So we can see also it is having a large what you call the green body, which is actually a positive price move. So right now we only look at the positive price move. We're not looking at the downfall, the strong downfall yet. So for uptrend analysis, we just look at the positive price moves. So here we have one large body, and here we have another large body. So now we're going to put it in the context. How strong are they conveying reliable information that strength is actually genuinely strong? Okay, so to do that, I need a Fibonacci. I will use Fibonacci. I want to show you how I'm going to do this classification, reliability of the particular strength. Okay, so let me take from the low here and then move it to the up. So this Fibonacci I have divided into 3 parts. So each of these part is actually having 33%, okay, roughly. Now, so it creates 3 layers, the top, the middle, and the low layer. So now you have to observe the candle, the longest candle. We call this as the head of gangster. So this particular candle, because that's the longest candle, right? We call it as a head of gangster. So we need to look at this head of gangster. Where is it located? At which layer is it located? So right now it is in between the ground and the middle layer, right? So therefore what we will do next is we will look at where is the majority of the body is located. So we can see the majority of the body is located at the middle layer. Okay, so now for the first up move, we say that the head of gangster is located at the middle layer. Okay, now we will do the similar analysis on the second. Okay, so let me take the Fibonacci and also make a plot from here to the up there, all the way to the high. Okay, so now again it falls in between the lower layer and the middle layer. So again we will use the majority. Where is the majority of the body of the candle is located? So roughly it's still on the second layer. Okay, so what we notice is during the first move upward, the majority, there's a huge jump located in the second layer, and a similar pattern, the price move for the second round, the huge jump also majority of that located in the second layer. So what basically it tells us is it is still neutral. So when we look at when we just now confirm that the price is actually, or rather the chart is having a strength in moving upward. So when it is neutral, then it's quite reliable. So what we don't want is we don't want this kind of what you call analyzing the head of gangsters. So when we analyze the head of gangster, we don't want a contradicting kind of information. So say for example, I'm just giving an illustration here. Say for example, if previously in the first round the head of gangster located in the first or the ground layer, but in the second round the head of gangster located in the third layer, the top layer here, that is already a signal of weaknesses. That's already a signal. So if in the first round is actually at the low layer, but then in the second round of out move the head of gangster appear in the top layer, that actually signifies it's actually a weakness. And even though we confirmed just now that the strength is kind of building up, or the strength is there, but that is a fake news, or that's a fake analysis rather. Okay, what is more important is after we do our strength analysis, we also need to look for any head of gangsters in these two up moves and see where are they located. So in our analysis, we found out the head of gangsters located layer 2 and layer 2, they are neutral. So that means our strength analysis is a bit reliable. But it would be more reliable, say example, if my in the first round the head of gangster is found somewhere, let's say layer 2, but then in the second round the head of gangster moved to layer 1, then it's more reliable. That means the strength, the upward strength that we concluded is very, very reliable. But right now it's neutral. So that means we can somewhat rely that this particular stock, Torchlight Energy Resources, will have that energy to move up, or the strength to move up. Okay, so that is one thing that you can look at. We can also do a retracement analysis. So let me try to erase everything. Now we can also, another thing we can look at is we look at the, we also use Fibonacci, but this time I need all the layers. Okay, so let me go from the low here, okay, all the way to the high, but this time I will not divide it to 3 layers. I'm going to modify it in a while. Okay, I'm going to go to setting and try to put it back to the default setting such that I can see all my Fibonacci layers. Okay, so these are all the Fibonacci levels, I would say. Another thing you can look at is you can see the first round. In the first round, the price was moving up, right? Then it retraces. You see, it retraces almost 78%. That means the sellers were quite strong. After a strong move up, 78%, move it now, 79 to say, move it down back. Okay, so let's see how about this time around. This time around, I'll take my Fibonacci tool again. From the low, it's 61.8, so slightly better. Okay, because in the previous round the sellers managed to bring it down to 78.6, but this time around the sellers only managed to bring it down to 61.8. I know it's still on the way. We are not sure whether it will stop there or the seller will continue to do the selling, so we're not sure, but as of now it is much better than previous. So if it stops somewhere here, if the sell stops somewhere here, I mean the sellers stop the selling and the buyers come in, then it's actually good news because there is a power here. That's a term we use a term called power. So we say that this particular uptrend has got power to move up beyond the previous high. So you can see that the previous high that we achieved was somewhere at price $10.80 something, right? So we are saying that if this particular round the sellers only managed to pull it down this much up to $4.97, that means 61% retracement roughly, then it's actually very good news, say, because this particular up move has got power to continue to move up and go beyond this previous high. Okay, so we need to look for a few more days or sometimes it could be a few more weeks, but we try to see where is it consolidating, where the prices are consolidating. So I'll bring you to the day chart again. Let us try to see. So it is trying to consolidate around this price 4.95. So that's quite good. So I hope it will consolidate somewhere around that price and then it doesn't fall deeper. I mean, if you consolidate here, I think it's the right time for us to buy. Okay, if it continue to consolidate around this area and starting to move up, we still don't buy immediately when it starts to move up. Let's wait for 2-3 days, see whether it's a reliable candle that is continuously moving up, then you can start to buy in. Because you know we are just retail guys, so we will not have that kind of money to do a lot of support, unlike the institutionals. So we need to wait for a few more days to see some sort of confirmation before we enter. Okay, so as of now, if the price stays around this level 4.95, it's a good opportunity for us to start to think about buying. Okay, so in the next part, so this is the second part, right? I finished my second part analysis. In the third part analysis, I'm going to do a bit of price prediction. What are we predicting? Okay, until where it is going to stop to fall. Okay, we're going to until where it's going to fall. What is the prediction for the fall target? And have we reached that particular target? And is it the right time for us to buy based on the target price? So that is in the third round. So let's move on to the third part. Okay guys, now we are in the third part, and before we continue our third part, hit that subscribe button and so that you get my videos up to date to you, and also click that notify button so that you get my videos and you can continue to see how I'm analyzing stock markets. Okay, and you can learn and you can apply my technique in your analysis as well. Okay, so now we will do price prediction. Okay, so before we do our price prediction, we need to do a bit of measurement first. Okay, so we will take a ruler and try to see from the high here how long it took for it to go down to the lowest. So the lowest is somewhere here. right? So according to this particular measurement, from the high to go to the low here, it took like 42 bars. Okay, it took like 42 bars. Because this, when you do this prediction, right, we need to look at the time domain. So according to the time domain, for the price to fall, it took 42 bars. Remember that. And then for the price to move from the low to up, how long it took? It took 45 bars. Okay, that means there are more days. It took more days for it to go up, but very less day for it to go down. Okay, that is one conclusion you need to make first before we do our price prediction. So next is we can take our Fibonacci tool, trend-based retracement tool. We take the price on the up here, just plot to the up, and to the low here, and to the up, all the way to the up. So we can extend the line like this. As long as you hit the target when you extend, is fine. Okay, now see, price move down, then price move up, all the way up here, right? Now it is falling down. So they are Fibonacci levels here. So these Fibonacci levels will guide us where is the target for it to fall. Where is the target for it to fall? So according to the theory, right, because the seller took a short time to sell, the buyer took very long time to buy. So the buyer sentiment is quite weak compared to the sellers. Okay, so therefore, because the buyer is quite weak compared to the sellers, we will actually use price level 1.618. Okay, so in other words, let us try to draw the level. So we are saying that this is the target we're looking at for the price to fall. In fact, the target is already achieved. We can see the price fall even beyond that. Okay, so the target for the fall is achieved. So right now, it should actually consolidate around this area. So the price should consolidate around this area, and maybe after that it will start to make an upward move. Okay, so for you guys, it is very good opportunity for us to keep observe here, see whether how good it is consolidating here, and then you can start to make your entry. So get ready your cash, and you could actually put in your money here. This is just my opinion. I mean, you can take your own risk analysis, and it's your decision at the end. But according to the chart, this is the target for it to fall, and it has fallen up to there. Is a right opportunity for us to buy. Okay, so that's a right opportunity for us to buy. Okay, I hope this particular analysis has given a bit of guidance technically what the chart is telling us, and I hope you have gained some knowledge, some techniques how to analyze, and I hope it will be used also in your analysis. Keep watch my other videos and how I do the analysis. Hit the subscribe button, share, like, and all that. That motivates me to produce more videos, analysis and all that. Okay, we will see you in the next video. Okay, take care.